Are you asleep?
No, I'm awake. What's up?
It's late at night over there, isn't it? Sorry for messaging you so late.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I got home late tonight, so I'm just getting ready for bed now.
Oh, okay. Do they have you working late over there? It's got to be hard on these business trips, huh?
It's not that they have me working late here. It's just that after work, my coworkers here make me go out drinking with them. They won't take no for an answer either. A lot of the people here in Prague are night owls. They never seem to sleep.
I have something to tell you. I got a call from the hospital earlier. They told me my dad died.
What? Your dad? It happened that suddenly? Oh, that's right. You told me he's been battling this disease for a while.
He started getting really sick last month. The doctors said they didn't know how long he had. They said there was a chance it could happen suddenly. We prepared for it as much as we could, but I just hoped it wouldn't happen while you were overseas on a business trip.
Well, your dad never wanted to see me anyway. He was probably waiting for me to go on this trip before he died, huh? I don't really know why, but your dad hated me, didn't he? He never wanted me to marry you, and he never liked the fact that I'm marrying you anyway.
Yeah, but my dad, how do I say it? He was hard to get along with. It wasn't just you. That's kind of how he acted towards everyone. He wasn't the nicest of people. I don't think he hated you.
Well, maybe not.
He was raised to think men should be strong and never show weakness. He probably didn't like that you were so kind. That's likely what got on his nerves.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to flatter me?
But I'm sure your kindness has helped way more people out than it's made people angry, especially in such sad times as this.
Of course, most people love me. So, what's going to happen with the funeral and things?
My relatives are going to help me call around and get everything ready. I'm going to have to help find a funeral home and pick out a coffin and a bunch of other things. The ground's too hard for a burial right now, so we have to make arrangements for that too. Oh, I'm so busy right now, I don't have time to be sad.
I see. If I was back there with you, I'd help you out. Do you want me to come back?
Well, if you were here, it would definitely help me out, but even if you left right away, it takes about 14 hours by plane to get back here, right?
Yeah, about that long. And that's just the flight. I'd have to get to the airport and then wait for the flight. And I'd have to run it through my company to get my ticket changed or see if they'd buy me another one. I can't just up and leave without telling them. It's late, so the office is closed. I can't even ask them till tomorrow morning. No matter what, I wouldn't be able to get on a plane until tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, and once you arrived at the airport here, you'd still have to drive all the way back to my parents' house. I think by the time you made it here, we'd pretty much have everything done anyway. And your business trip is going to be over soon anyway. You're flying out the day after tomorrow anyway, aren't you? You'd be rushing around and causing everyone trouble just to save like 12 hours. So you might as well just stay there and finish it. I think that's probably the best option.
Are you sure? I mean, we're engaged. And I'm not even helping you out with this. What are your relatives going to think of me if I don't go to your dad's funeral?
Don't worry about that. I've already talked to them and explained your situation. They understand distance and time. Nobody expects you to rush back here for this. And besides, we're not married yet. Don't worry about what they'll think. You're technically not part of the family yet. Getting this funeral ready should be the family's job, not yours. It's not your responsibility, okay?
Okay, if you say so.
Everyone knows your circumstances. Nobody expects you to do something you can't. Don't worry.
Okay. In that case, I'll continue this business trip and I'll come back when I'm finished.
When the ground thaws, we'll have the burial and you can go with me to that. We'll place some flowers on his grave together. I think that'll be enough.
Okay, thanks. Don't burn yourself out getting this funeral and stuff done.
I'll try not to. And you, don't work too hard while you're away.
I just landed at the airport. Man, that flight was long. I was so bored. I watched the same movie twice.
Welcome back.
So, how's everything over there? Are things going smoothly?
Yeah, a lot of people came to the wake and the funeral. I was surprised. I thought my dad was hard to get along with, so it was strange to see all these people show up. What a lucky guy. I mean, to have that many people come to pay their respects.
If I would have shown up, I think your dad would have come back as a ghost and told me to get out.
Actually, I would have loved to see that. So yeah, there were no problems with the funeral, but we've still got a lot of things we have to do. It's crazy the number of things that you've got to get done when someone passes away. Not just the funeral, we have to notify the bank, close credit accounts, cancel his driver's license, get his will and talk to the lawyer, check insurance policies, cancel subscriptions. Oh, the list goes on. There's so many documents we have to fill out. So I'm going to have to stay here at my mom's place for a few more days and help her with all this stuff. Things are pretty hectic, but other family members are here to help us out.
It sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. I don't really know anything about all that stuff.
That's why I think I'm going to stay here and help Mom with everything. When you get back to the house, just take it easy. Don't worry about me. But when you've recovered from your business trip, I can count on you to do the housework for me, right? I left suddenly. The inside of the house probably looks like a disaster area.
Really? No problem. I'll make sure it's spick and span when you get back.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, by the way, how long do you think you'll be at your mom's house?
Probably another 3 days or so.
Really? 3 days? You won't be home any sooner than that, will you?
Well, I can't say for sure, but I've also got to get back for work, so I want to get home as soon as possible, but we really don't know how long it's going to take to get all this done. You don't need to know the exact date, do you? Is there something going on you need me there for?
No, I was just curious.
Really?
When you know when you're going to be back, let me know. I'll make sure to have dinner ready for you.
Oh, thanks. I'll talk to you later. What are you doing? When you see this, message me back.
Sorry, did you call me? I was out jogging. I didn't even notice. I'm taking a bath now. I'm soaking my muscles. It was quite a workout.
Jogging, huh? Did you get all sweaty?
Huh? I guess. It feels good to get out and do some exercise.
That's a good way to look at it, isn't it? Exercise. I'm sure you burned lots of calories. I guess any kind of exercise is a good way to relieve stress, huh?
Huh? Relieve stress. That's what the bath after is for. What are you talking about? You're acting a little strange.
Really? You're in the bath right now, right? By yourself?
Of course, that's what I said, isn't it? What's wrong?
Really? Okay, so is it alright if I join you?
Huh?
Huh? What is it? Is something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, where are you right now?
What does it matter? We haven't seen each other for a while. I just thought it'd be nice if I joined you in the bath. It's okay, right? Just stay in the bath the way you are right now. Wait for me.
Actually, I was just about to get out. Sorry. Save the thought, though. Maybe another time. I'm getting out now.
Your mom and dad are coming in to get you.
What?
Do you want to know where I am? I'm standing outside the bathroom door right now. Your parents are here with me, too.
What? Is this some kind of a joke? You're still at your mom's house, aren't you? Stop trying to scare me. You're making it sound like a horror movie, waiting outside the bathroom as someone takes a bath. You know I don't like horror movies. Your joke isn't funny, that's just scary.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not joking. And what's with this mini dress on the floor outside the bathroom door? You haven't started wearing women's clothes, have you? I wonder whose it is.
That's mine. It's mine.
What?
Honestly, I wanted to tell you, but I was embarrassed. Recently, I've kind of gotten into wearing women's clothing. What's the big deal? Who cares if a guy wants to wear a dress in his own house, right?
This is amazing.
Huh?
I didn't think that when a man is backed into a corner with no way out, this is how he starts to act. To me, what you're doing right now is scarier than any horror movie I've ever seen. Open the bathroom door right now.
No, it's embarrassing.
Just stop this. This little back and forth isn't fun anymore. I've heard everything that was going on in there. You and some woman I've never heard before. You seem to be having quite a good time.
What are you talking about? And anyway, why aren't you at your mom's house?
We had all the family members helping out, so we got done a little faster than I originally thought. And the weather forecast is calling for really bad weather tomorrow and the day after. So I wanted to get home before the storm hit. I tried to call you from my mom's house, but you never answered the phone. Then when I get home, I hear you and another woman upstairs. It was quite the unexpected surprise.
But then, why the heck are my parents here too? Did you call them to come here? What the heck is wrong with you?
I didn't think I could deal with this all by myself, so I called them to come over and help me out. When I found out what you were doing, I was so overcome with anger. I thought the best way to keep me from doing anything I'd regret would be to get someone else over here. So I called your parents. Good thing they live close by, huh? They didn't believe me when I first told them what you were doing. Your mom was saying you were such a good person, you'd never cheat on me, and your dad agreed. So I told them to come over and see for themselves. So they did. And you guys are still in the bathroom. What the heck were you doing in there?
Well, I mean...
No, on second thoughts, don't tell me. If you told me, I think I'd throw up. Now your parents get to see exactly what kind of son they raised. Do you know what they're doing right now? Your dad is so angry his whole face is red. Your mom is beyond angry. She's actually crying in the other room right now. I can't really blame them.
Just hold on.
Anyway, this has gone on for far too long. It doesn't look like I can keep your father quiet much longer. I'm going to start the countdown to when he breaks down the bathroom door and drags you out. 5.
Hold on. Can we just talk about this like adults?
4.
At least give me a towel. There aren't any in here. We're naked.
3.
I'll tell you everything. Please. Why would you bring my parents into this? This has nothing to do with them. This is something you and I should be discussing alone. Hey, are you listening to me? Are you enjoying this? Is this fun for you? You're a horrible person, you bitch.
Because of that, I'm skipping 2. So 1.
Wait.
Huh?
I get it. I'm sorry. Your father died. You're going through a lot right now. And then I go off and cheat on you. I'm horrible, aren't I? But I had that long business trip where I couldn't see you. And then when I come back, I'm still by myself for a few more days because you were away. I was lonely. I haven't seen you in so long. I succumbed to my urges. Please, forgive me.
So you're saying that this is the first time you've cheated, and that girl means nothing to you? It was just a one-night stand?
Of course, that's right. It's obvious, isn't it?
But by the way, I called your company. They told me that there was no overseas business trip ever planned for you. Worse than that, they told me you had booked quite a few vacation days this month.
You called my company.
And this woman I've never met before, well, her passport is sitting here in the living room along with her suitcase. It's not hard to speculate what's going on with all this around here. Do you have an explanation for all this as well?
What is with that, huh?
That's not an answer, so 0.
Angie, I'm terribly sorry for all of this. I want to talk to you about what happened. Would you please come back to the house?
No way. You and your lover have been screwing around in that house for days now. I don't want to step foot in that place again. Until I find a new place to live, I'm going to be staying at my mom's house. So if you would, please send all my stuff to my mom's place. I expect you to pay for the shipping as well as the moving cost when I find a new place to live. I don't want to see your face ever again.
Are you saying you're breaking off our engagement? You've got to be kidding.
Of course I am. Are you stupid? Do you think I wouldn't? While I'm away at my dad's funeral, you're off sleeping with another woman? Then you bring her back to our house for even more fun. And you think I still want to marry you? And that whole thing about you being overseas on a business trip? More like a cheating on me trip. There's nothing you can say to me.
I just wanted to enjoy myself a little before I got married. I wanted this to be my last memory of single life.
Oh, is that all? Because I heard that you proposed to that lover of yours too. Don't you remember her yelling that at you after we got you out of the bathroom? She said you told her you were going to break up with me and marry her instead.
I can't help it. I love both of you.
What?
Why do I have to choose just one of you? Why do you guys have to fight about this? Why can't we all just get along? You need to calm down. I don't know why you're so hysterical about this. You need to be a little more understanding about things.
Pardon me, are you trying to justify what you did? You make me sick. Even if marrying two women was legal in this country, I wouldn't want anything to do with a guy like you. Let me just say this so there's no way you'll misunderstand me. I am absolutely breaking up with you. I am so glad I got to see what kind of man you really were before I married you. I'm so glad.
Hold on, it's not just about that. I've already told my boss and everyone at work that we're getting married. Do you know how embarrassing it'll be for me to tell them that the whole thing was called off?
Then why don't you just marry the other woman you're in love with? Or was she too embarrassed when your parents walked in on you and her naked together in the bathroom? Or when your fiancé walked in and started yelling at both of you? All I remember was her rushing to grab her things and running out the door. And while she was doing that, she was yelling at you even worse than I was. I think I recall her saying that she never wants to see you again either. But if you're really lucky, there's a chance she might come back to you. Maybe.
She hasn't answered her phone or returned my messages since she left.
Oh, well, maybe there's no hope then. At any rate, I finally understand why my dad was so against me marrying you. I always thought the reason he didn't like you was simply because my dad was hard to get along with. But I guess I was just thinking of the old him. It never crossed my mind that he might have seen something in you that I hadn't. But I see now that he was completely right about you. I can't believe I couldn't see it.
That's not it. If your dad would have approved of our marriage, we'd have been married already, and I wouldn't have been cheating on you.
Yeah. After this, I'll make sure to send a screenshot of your whole conversation to your parents. I need to let them know that you haven't learned your lesson and you still don't think you did anything wrong.
Hold on, you better not. They told me if I apologized to you from the bottom of my heart that they'd help me pay for your moving costs. If you send them that, I don't know what they'll do.
I don't remember you ever apologizing to me from the bottom of your heart.
What? That was the first message I sent to you. Scroll back up in the history and check.
Do I have to start another countdown? 5.
It was my fault. I'm sorry. I was completely in the wrong. I'm terribly sorry for what I did. So please don't send them this chat history.
You said that if my dad wasn't against our marriage, you wouldn't have cheated on me. You're basically blaming my dad for everything that happened.
But it's true, isn't it?
I wonder when you actually started cheating on me. You proposed to me 2 months ago, right? That means if you started cheating on me before then, what you're saying is a complete lie and you're just trying to place the blame on someone else. In fact, it would mean you're simply insulting my dad. So what do you think? If you tell me the truth right now, I might forgive you.
I started cheating on you just 2 weeks ago. It's so recent. Before then, I was 100% loyal to you. You were the only one I loved, I swear.
But your overseas business trip, your cheating on me trip, you told me about that 3 months ago, didn't you?
Was it that long ago?
4. 3.
Please, I'm serious, just wait. I don't want to pay your moving costs.
And I'm skipping to 0. After that, Carl had to pay my entire moving cost himself. That woman Carl was seeing was apparently so embarrassed about the whole situation that she completely vanished. Nobody knew where she went. After I dumped Carl, it was clear that he wanted to go running to his lover. But that plan completely failed too, seeing as he couldn't find her. Carl fell into despair, and in order to satisfy his lust, he took to going to bars and clubs nightly. After trying a bunch of different places, he found himself at one that was just a bit too shady. He got a bit too drunk and lost a couple bets to guys you don't want to owe money to. When he went to his parents to get the money he needed, they refused to help, saying he brought this on himself. Now he's working a second job to pay off his debt. That man never ceases to amaze me. As for me, now that I've finally moved to a new place, I've turned over a new leaf. I think I'm going to take a break from men for a little while. Just the other day, we had my father's burial. I stayed at his grave and told him all about what had happened. I felt I had to apologize for not listening to what was probably the best advice he'd ever given me. And the crazy thing is, I could have sworn I heard his voice saying, "I told you so," followed by the sound of his laugh. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.
I finally finished work. I guess I'm gonna grab something for dinner and eat all alone. This really stinks.
Well, at least you're finished work. It sounds like you're working pretty hard over there. Are you doing okay?
I'm surviving. I mean, I'm doing well physically. I just wish I could see you and Gwen. I'm getting pretty lonely. Like I said, I'm physically okay, but I think it's draining me mentally.
Come on, Corey. It hasn't been that long. I think it's cute that you miss us so much.
But seriously, they said this was a business trip. How many business trips last 3 weeks? If they ship me overseas to work for a year or something like that, there's no way I could do it. Oh, I'm looking forward to the day after tomorrow. You're gonna come here and see me on this long weekend, right?
Of course! How many times have you asked me that now? Corey, we want to see you too.
I'm sorry it's so far for you, but that's why I'm so happy you guys are coming. Thanks again, Carolyn. Seeing you and Gwen is gonna make me feel so much better.
Of course it will. So don't worry about a thing. You've just got to get through one more day before the long weekend and then you can rest. Just one more day. You can do it.
Okay, I'll message you again tomorrow.
I'll be waiting. You take it easy tonight and get some rest. Good night.
I'm finally finished. I didn't want to take any work back to the hotel with me for the long weekend, so I managed to finish everything today, even though I felt like I was gonna die while I was doing it. I'm a pretty good worker, aren't I? Tomorrow's gonna be so great. I can't wait for it.
Corey, I'm sorry.
Carolyn, please don't tell me you're canceling.
Gwen came down with a sudden fever today. I was really worried. We just got back from the hospital.
What? Gwen, how high was it?
Well, it was 100 degrees. The doctor said it's not that bad, but I was getting pretty worried. I'm really sorry.
100 degrees, huh? That's really not that bad of a fever. I don't think you should worry so much about it either.
I guess not. But Gwen has her final exams coming up too. I don't want to make anything worse. If she gets sick now, she'll never be able to study for them.
Yeah, I suppose not.
That's why I took her to the doctor, just in case. I want her to rest up as much as she can, and hopefully this will pass quickly.
Okay, I understand. We'll call it off this time. You take care of Gwen for me, okay? Make sure she feels better soon. I'll send her a message to let her know I'm thinking of her.
Okay. Don't worry about anything. I'll take good care of her. Dad, where are you right now?
What do you mean where? I'm still on my business trip. More importantly, how are you feeling?
Liar! You're close to home, aren't you?
Huh? No. Why?
I just got a message from my friend saying she saw you go into the store. It was my friend from down the street, Nina. She knows you. She wouldn't mistake you.
I can't believe you found out. I wanted to surprise you guys. No, whatever, I'll just tell you. I really wanted to see you guys, so I decided to come home for the long weekend. I was starving though, so I stopped off at the convenience store. I just bought a drink and a burrito. I'm coming up to the house right now.
Dad, wait! Don't come in the house right now.
Huh? Why not?
We don't want to see you right now. Oh, why did you come home? If you come home so suddenly like this, we won't be happy to see you. Go back to your hotel, wherever your business trip is.
But I wanted to see you guys, and I was worried about you, Gwen. Is my coming home somehow causing problems? I'm sorry, I'll leave right away if you want, but at least let me see your face. At least talk to me at the door. I want to see my baby girl. I love you. I'll be waiting outside.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
Honestly, I don't think you coming home is a problem. I'm happy you wanted to see me, but
But what is it?
I didn't want you to come home right now. If you came home right now, I think you'd be really sad.
I'd be sad. What are you talking about?
Dad, you're really outside the house right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Really?
Really?
I see. Right now, there's another man in Mom's room.
A man?
It's Uncle Zach, your brother.
Zach. He's in your mother's room. Why?
I don't really want to say what they're doing, but since you've been on your business trip, he's been coming over almost every day.
What have you been doing while he's there?
Been hiding in a closet.
What?
Mom told me to. And she told me never to tell you about it or about what she's doing. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know what would happen to me if I did. I was scared.
You're upstairs in the closet in your room, right?
No, because Mom and your brother are upstairs in her room. I'm in the closet downstairs.
I see. I'm sorry you had to see your mom do all this, Gwen. I had no idea what was going on. I'm so sorry.
Dad, you didn't do anything wrong. I was the one who didn't tell you. I'm sorry.
Must have been scary for you this whole time. Thanks for telling me the truth.
Honestly, I don't want to live with Mom anymore. I want to be with you.
Okay, well then, I think you should come and live with me. But in order to do that, can you help me out with a little favor?
Okay, if you're here, it should be no problem.
Good girl. Can you do exactly what I tell you? Carolyn, how's Gwen doing?
She's not doing too well right now. Her fever kept getting worse. I've been with her the whole time. It looks like I'll be spending the entire holiday with her.
I see. I'm sorry. It must be hard taking care of her all by yourself.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can handle it. But I really wanted to see you this weekend. I don't know why, but I'm feeling really lonely now.
Really? You shouldn't be feeling lonely. Zach is right there with you.
Huh?
The person lying next to you right now, it's Zach, isn't it? You know, my younger brother.
What are you talking about?
You don't have to play dumb with me. I'm in the house too.
You're in the house.
Yeah, right below your bedroom. I'm watching TV in the living room.
You're kidding, right?
Why would I lie about that? Oh no. What's that sound? You hear that knocking on the living room ceiling, don't you? That's me. I wanted to surprise you by coming home for the long weekend. I thought I'd be the one surprising you, though. I never thought I'd be the one getting surprised when I came home. So, when did you start seeing Zach? Get down here right now. Do that and tell me everything honestly. If you do that, I might consider forgiving you.
Forgiving me? What?
Huh?
Why do you think you're in any position to be doing the forgiving? If you think that, you're sadly mistaken. You're the one who left me all alone for 3 weeks to look after Gwen all by myself. You're the one in the wrong here. That's the only reason I'm cheating.
That's not enough of an excuse to cheat. And don't try to blame all this on me and this business trip of mine. You were seeing Zach long before this business trip of mine, weren't you?
What? How could you know that?
Zach's wallet is down here. I see he's got a reward card for a hotel not far from here. It's got the date stamped on it of when he used it.
I can't believe you. You can't go into someone else's wallet without their permission. You're terrible.
No, you two are 100 times worse. Do you not even know what you're doing? Zach is my brother.
Of course I know what I'm doing.
Huh?
Zach is so handsome. He's totally my type. When you took me to meet your family, I fell in love with him at first sight. I regretted marrying you after seeing him. I wish I would have married him instead. I've been trying to hit on him ever since I first saw him. I think it was last year or maybe the year before that when he finally started catching my signals. And then he eventually started seeing me like I had hoped for the whole time.
What do you mean like you'd hoped for? Quit screwing around. Zach is my brother. And on top of that, Zach's married as well.
Oh, that old woman. I know, and I don't care.
Old woman? She's only a year older than you are.
An older woman is an older woman. Regardless, I'm much more beautiful and have way more style than her. I knew there was no way I'd lose to her.
Okay, now I see what you're really like. You don't feel bad for what you did, and you have no urge to stop, do you?
To stop? With Zach, I have no reason to. He's a much better man than you.
What are you talking about?
Up till now, we've had to tiptoe around just to see each other. Now he can come over here anytime he wants and we can do whatever we want.
What?
You're aware of what's going on now, so we don't have to hide it from you anymore.
I can't believe you. There must be something wrong with your head. There's no way I'm gonna let you do that. Why would you even think that?
Oh, come on now. It's not like you have a choice.
What do you mean I don't have a choice?
You love me and Gwen, right? You've already proven you can't live without us. You can't go 3 weeks without me. Do you really think you have any chance of divorcing me? I'll keep being your sweet little wife like I've always been, and in return you'll let me see your brother, okay? That way everyone's happy, okay?
Okay. I get it.
That's great! I knew you'd understand.
I'm in the living room right now. Why don't the two of you come down here? We need to talk about what's going to happen from now on.
Okay, as soon as we put some clothes on, we'll come down. Oh, and if I get pregnant with Zach's child anytime in the future, I'm sorry. If that happens, let's all raise it together. How come you're not answering your phone?
What was with you and that face you were just making? I saw you try to sneak down the stairs, and I saw the face you made when you looked in the living room. You can't hide up there forever. Come down here one more time.
What the heck is going on down there? Why are your mom and dad sitting in the living room with you?
It's my surprise gift to you and Zach. You were surprised, weren't you?
How could you do this to us?
Oh, it was so fun. The look on your face was priceless. You said you were going to put on some clothes and come down, but you two only put on underwear. I guess you really wanted to show me that you two were serious. You two basically confessed to everyone without saying a word. By the way, your parents, along with Zach's wife and her parents, are on their way over here too. They'll all be here any minute.
What? Why?
Obviously, because I called them.
Why would you do that?
Did you think I was just gonna have an ordinary chat with you two after what you did? You should have known that wasn't going to be possible. I've already told everyone what's been going on with you two.
So you're not going to accept our relationship?
Nobody in their right mind would accept that. Why would you think I'd just forgive you for cheating on me with my brother, and that I'd let it keep happening? And why would I want to raise any child you had with him? I had no idea you were this stupid of a person. I'm divorcing you. Hurry up and get down here.
Huh? Divorce? Corey, wait! Why? Why divorce?
What do you mean, why? I can't sleep next to someone who's sleeping with my brother. I don't even want to live in the same house as you. It's not even just that. It's what you did to Gwen, too. You made her stay in the closet when Zach came over, and she said you barely gave her any food while I was away, just sandwiches with cold meats. Yet you and Zach were eating at expensive restaurants all the time, weren't you? With my money. You two are horrible.
It's not my fault. She'd just get in the way when Zach was here if I didn't make her stay out of sight and far from my bedroom. And she's just a kid. She doesn't need expensive food. Sandwiches are just fine.
The fact that you're defending what you did means getting through to you is just impossible. You disgust me. Get your ass down here right now. I want to get this over with so I never have to see you again.
Corey, do you understand what you're saying to me? If you divorce me, you're gonna be single. That means alone. You'll be sad every day. Forever.
Even so, that would be 100 times better than living with you. Besides, I won't be alone. I'll have Gwen with me.
You think Gwen is going to live with you if you divorce me?
Gwen already said that's what she wants.
Oh, well, that's fine with me.
Huh?
Honestly, if you're trying to get remarried, having a kid living with you is just another strike against you. If you're gonna take Gwen, I'll be happy to divorce you. Then I'll be able to marry Zach. If our parents are against it, we'll just run away together somewhere, away from everyone. You're really stupid, aren't you, Corey? I'm still gonna come out on top here. My passion for Zach will burn even brighter in the face of adversity. Whatever you try to do to us, my bond with Zach will just get stronger and stronger. Sucks to be you.
You think his passion will burn brighter for you? I think it sucks to be you.
Huh?
Zach, he doesn't want to divorce his wife.
What are you talking about?
He only slept with you to get back at his wife. He wanted her to pay more attention to him.
Huh?
He told me that long ago. He said that his wife hasn't been paying much attention to him. He even told me that if he cheated on her, she likely wouldn't care. I never thought he'd actually do it, though. I certainly never thought if he did cheat on his wife that it would be with my wife. That little prick.
Are you saying Zach doesn't actually love me?
Ask him yourself. He's right beside you.
Corey, I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I was being really stupid. I'm gonna apologize and make it up to you, so please don't divorce me. Please?
Why? What happened? Did Zach say he doesn't want to be with you?
Yeah, he's horrible. I can't believe he was being so nice to me this whole time. And now suddenly he says I was just his plaything. Corey, your brother tricked me.
Yeah, that's great. Hurry up and get down here, would ya? We can't talk about this until you do.
Will you promise not to divorce me? If you do that, I'll come down.
I'm not doing that.
Then I'm not coming down. Zach says he's dumping me, and if you divorce me too, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna live? I can't live by myself. I don't have a job. I'm not leaving this room until you tell me you're not gonna divorce me.
If you're not coming out on your own, we'll just force you to come out.
Huh?
Your dad's on his way up there right now. He said he can't stand this anymore. He's probably gonna break the door down. And I told him he could if he wanted to, so I wouldn't stand anywhere near it if I were you.
Wait, hold on. Tell him to stop. Stop him!
No, it's okay. He said he'll get you out of there one way or another. Don't worry, passions glow even brighter in the face of adversity, remember? After that, Carolyn's dad went into the room and dragged the two of them out and brought them downstairs. With 3 sets of parents in the house, those two could do nothing but get on their knees and beg for forgiveness. Carolyn realized that she wasn't getting out of this without getting divorced and started bawling her eyes out. Even with all her crying, not a single person in the house would show her any forgiveness. Unfortunately for Zach, Zach's wife's father was actually one of his bosses at work. He told Zach right then and there that he'd find a way to fire him for cheating on his daughter. Getting fired from his job would put a huge blemish on his work history on his resume, so it made me feel pretty good. I don't think Zach's wife is ever going to be willing to forgive him for this either, even though he thought she wouldn't mind. That wasn't the case at all. Both Carolyn and Zach got sued for compensation money from both me and Zach's wife. They had to use all their savings and even sell some of their assets to pay off their lawsuits. I think both of them are going to have to find a new job and work the rest of their lives to make back what they lost in all of this. As for me, I put the house we were living in up for sale. Now Gwen and I are looking for a new house to move into. I've spoken to my boss about my situation as a single father, and he's trying to place me in a different apartment where there aren't many business trips to go on. I want to spend as much time with my daughter as I possibly can.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time.